Welcome, everyone, to the Preschool All Stars podcast. I'm your host, Joy Anderson, and with us tonight is our amazing Preschool All Star, Lori Sekol. How are you, friend?
I'm doing great. Love being here.
Awesome. Good. So, Lori is on our team, and she is the behind the scenes of the entire launch. Whenever we open up the doors to Preschool All Stars, Lori does everything. I mean, honestly, there's no way that I could do this without her. So, if you are here, if you just joined Preschool All Stars, likely it's because Lori has been supporting all of this. I just come up and I show my face and I answer a few emails and such. But other than that, Lori is just so amazing. So, Lori, first off, like, you have been with us for so long, but like, I don't even remember when you first came to us because it's been so long. So could you share your journey really quick? Like, what was your life like before you found us? When even was that? Bring us up to speed.
Yes, it was back in 2021. And at the time, I was working at a childcare center, but knew that I didn't want to stay. I had worked there for 10 years. 3 of my children were already grown, and I still had one at home. And my goal was to homeschool. But I told my center that this is my last year. I got to quit. I got to stay home. And I really didn't know what I was going to do. But I was going to try to find a way to work from home. And I came across your ads, got the free book and started reading it. And I thought this could work. I have an education degree. I have taught in the past, but because of having kids, I always ended up back home because I wanted to raise my kids. But we've been in and out of the school system through the years. And I love the preschool age. I was actually a preschool teacher for 3 of those years. But I didn't want to bring that to my home. So as soon as I heard of the idea of an online preschool, my gears started turning, and I thought this could work. I could do this from home. But I don't know how to use computers. Like, I can email, that's about it. And I don't, when I was forced to go on Zoom, I'm like, I don't know how to do this. Or someone said, do a live. I don't know how to do this. And I was asking my kids how to do how to do this stuff, this technology that they've been raised on. So they told me my computer's too old because it didn't work for what I wanted to do. I was still running Windows 3.1, I think. I don't know.
Right.
And it was just kind of crazy. But when I tried to join, the doors had been closed. So it was probably around this time back in 2021. And I thought, okay, I can't join till October. What am I going to do? So I started reading the book. I started listening to all the podcasts. I tried, going through that free group of preschool system, reading everybody's stories, stalking your Facebook page, watching videos. Like, is this person for real? Can I trust them? And so forth. So when it came October, I was like jumping in with both feet. I was just so excited to hear about this program.
Oh, I love that. So 2021, I mean, it seems like you've been here forever, and it pretty much has. And what's shocking though, Lori, is how far you've come with tech, period. I mean, you are like behind the scenes and like all the things with tech, and it's like it comes like second nature to you right now. How did you get to that process? I mean, clearly it's been several years at this moment, but how did that bridge go from the moment you jumped into Preschool All Stars? We had the hub. Clearly you had to create a website, but like, walk us through that bridge of where you started finally like getting a little bit more comfortable with tech and making progress in that area.
It was very frustrating at the beginning, like just even in when you had the 7-day challenge, like trying to get on the live. Like, I knew how to find a Facebook group, but I didn't know you had to refresh your page to find out where this live was coming from. And like, if I didn't have a link to click to get on a Zoom, I was just like, how do I do this? I was just kind of scatterbrained. And I thought, I got to figure this out. And so part of that was a motivating factor of I had lost so many years of technology advancements. I hadn't had a smartphone that long and I'm just trying to learn how this works. But I had, the mindset is I'm going to have to figure this out. Yeah. So once I was in that training, watching your videos, and I tell people this, I watched the video, I paused it. I watched it again and paused it. I tried to implement it. I watched it a third
Yeah.
time. I think I got
Cool.
it. Did 10 to 30 more seconds of it, paused it, tried to
Yeah.
understand where you were clicking. What do I have to do? Why doesn't my screen match there? What am I,
Yeah.
and
Yeah.
think just little by little, giving myself that grace. Like,
Yeah.
people can do this. I can do this. I'm smart. I'm going to figure
Yeah.
this out. It
Yeah.
took me longer, I think, than most people. But I liked the video training in addition to the words, because I think I'm a visual
Mhm.
learner. So
Yeah.
when someone says, "Oh, well, you just do this, do this, do this," I'm like,
Right.
"No, show me,
Yeah.
and I can repeat it." And that
Yeah.
was the most helpful.
That's awesome. So what you're referring to is our hub workbooks that help you set up the website. There we have the videos showing exactly on the screen what to do, like me going through it. And then of course we have the workbook words that also keep you in place. So that's awesome. So you were able to get your website up, your hub up, and then walk us through like what is your preschool like right now? I know you do all sorts of things. You do some homeschool. So walk us through like what your life is right now, what you're so excited about right now.
Oh, sure. Well, I was excited to get an online preschool, but I will say when we did the founding family, I didn't get any signups. And I wasn't too discouraged because I had no clue what I was doing. I still had to like learn how this functioned. I had this fear of like, I'm going to get on a Zoom or I can't get on a Zoom and I'm going to have people waiting for me, just that
Oh,
fear of technology, because I still
yes.
wasn't over it. I had so much to learn. So I thought, that'll give me time, all in God's timing. He'll bring the students when I need
Yeah.
to. So I did have a
Mhm.
couple join, months later, but in the process, I showed up for every Tech Tuesday to learn everything I could,
Yep.
support Saturday when I was able. And because I was out there in the social media world, somebody
Mhm.
found me and said, "Oh, you teach preschool online? We need a preschool teacher." And I connected with a homeschool group where I was able to teach their preschoolers. And that's kind of evolved over the years. The company kind of changed ownerships, but they kept me on. And
Yeah.
I love teaching the homeschoolers. During the year, I do teach like elementary classes, but through the whole summer, I was just teaching just preschool, 4 days a week at on their site. And then I have my own students on the side, so I can
Yeah.
recycle that material. I didn't have to like come up with something new. So it was
Nice.
just really great to have the preschool club for some recorded
Mhm.
classes that I didn't have to do. And then I
Yeah.
just show up live every day. And it's what I love to do, entertaining children. Edutainment, we call it, right?
Right? Well, it's so awesome to see this, like, entire journey with you. I didn't know that tech was one of those things that you even struggled with because, like you said, you were showing up to Tech Tuesday, and I'm just like, "Man, she just l must love this stuff." But you were learning the whole time, which is awesome.
Soaking it
Um,
in.
yeah, and now you right there can answer pretty much every tech question as well. So I love that you have taken this process of not just creating your online preschool, but growing yourself, your own skills, your tech skills, everything. One thing I wanted to shout out really quick because you have a link also, don't you, for your people who are interested in your program that you teach online? Don't you have a link that they can also join?
I do.
Awesome. So what we're going to do is I'm going to drop that link in our YouTube and podcast descriptions. So I got to tell you, Lori's on our team. So if there is ever an online preschool teacher who is one of the most fantastic online preschool teachers, it's Miss Lori. So I'm going to drop that link in the YouTube podcast descriptions below. Make sure if you have a little one that you're like, you know what, I would love to get my kiddo enrolled in preschool. Click that link in there for sure. Lori, one last thing before we go. So now that you've been in Preschool All Stars for a bit, if somebody was on the fence of joining Preschool All Stars, what would you say to her?
Oh, join it in a heartbeat. Do whatever you have to do to get the money to sign up, because it is more than worth it. I said this at the beginning too. It's like, she's only charging that much. This is worth so much more. We had invested in other businesses that we had to start, and usually it was like $5,000 up front. Like, here's
Wow.
$5,000, teach me. But it was crazy. So I'm like, yes, take my money, teach me.
Yeah, yeah.
You definitely over delivered for the price we paid. So it was amazing.
Awesome. Well, we're so glad you're here, Lori, and excited about the future for your preschool and your
Thank
homeschooling
you.
plans and everything else. So, all right, Lori, we'll see you soon.
Bye. Thank you.
And everyone else, if you haven't joined Preschool All Stars yet, be sure to go to preschoolallstars.com so we can support you and help you start your preschool.